There's £50 up for grabs on the starting 11 app this weekend. Simply enter the FPLtips mini league and create your best 11 from Sunday's matches. It's free to enter and the league is public and open to all via the Browse Games menu. Or alternatively, you can enter using the code on screen now. There were very few points at the back in Gameweek 7, with the only return coming from an Alexander-Arnold clean sheet against Sheffield United. Rico was unfortunate to come away without any points at all, having created the most chances of any player during the game week. Attacking returns from each of the four midfielders helped to salvage things, but captain Heung-min Son was hindered somewhat by the early red card to Serge Aurier. No player had as many as Abraham's 4 big chances in Gameweek 7, but the Chelsea forward was unable to beat Matt Ryan, leaving Callum Wilson to deliver the only points up front for a second successive game. A score of 50 points was just below average and saw a drop in rank down to 346k. There are 2 free transfers available for Gameweek 8, but as things stand, it's hard to find a way to use them. Aubameyang is very much in the thinking, but it's hard to sell any of the current forwards to accommodate him. Callum Wilson hasn't put a foot wrong, Abraham has continued to look lively despite failing to score in the last couple of game weeks, and Pukki has some favourable fixtures to come, starting with Aston Villa at home this weekend. That move would also involve selling Heung-min Son and promoting Cantwell into the starting 11. Another possibility would be to downgrade Luca Digne ahead of the trip to Burnley, with the intention of promoting Lundstram into the 11. But the left-back returned 29 points in his 2 games against the Clarets last season, producing 2 goals, 1 assist and a clean sheet. For now, the plan is to wait until as close to the deadline as possible to see if any late injuries or rotation risks pop up after the midweek matches. Kevin De Bruyne is reported to have a groin problem, but how serious that is remains to be seen. If the Belgian is set for a spell on the sidelines, it could be worth considering a swap to the in-form Riyad Mahrez. Here's a look at how the team is currently shaping up for Gameweek 8. Neither Everton nor Burnley have been particularly prolific in front of goal of late, with just 5 goals apiece in their last 4 game weeks. Pope has averaged 5.3 points per game at home this season, keeping 2 clean sheets in 3 matches, and only conceding to Liverpool. It could be a return for the 3 premiums in defence, with Rico moving back to the bench in favour of Digne. Everton have shipped 5 goals in 3 away matches this season, but only Man United have faced fewer shots inside the box on the road. Liverpool have allowed opponents just 3 big chances at Anfield this season, and only Man City have fared better in home matches in that respect. So both Alexander-Arnold and Otamendi will keep their places. Son has returned 2 goals and 3 assists in the last 4 game weeks, with only De Bruyne and Aguero directly contributing to more goals. Brighton have shipped 7 goals in their last 4 game weeks, and only Sheffield United and Watford have conceded more big chances in that time. There's likely to be a double up on Man City midfielders in some form, whether that's with Sterling and De Bruyne, or potentially Mahrez, if the latter fails to recover from his groin issue. Man City have comfortably scored more goals and been afforded more big chances than any other side during home matches this season, and Wolves, Aston Villa and Southampton are set to visit the Etihad in the next 4 game weeks. Mason Mount completes the midfield ahead of Chelsea's trip to Southampton, having returned 4 goal involvements in the last 6 game weeks. The Blues rank second only to Man City for both goals scored and big chances in the last 4 game weeks. Norwich have struggled on the road this season, but Pukki has 5 goals and 2 assists in the 3 games at Carrow Road. No player has scored more goals or fired more than his 9 shots on target during home matches. Aston Villa are yet to record an away clean sheet this season, shipping 7 goals in 3 games. He may have failed to score in his last 2 outings, but Abraham has racked up some very impressive underlying numbers. Only Aguero has taken more than his 16 shots inside the box in the last 4 game weeks, while no player has been afforded more than his 10 big chances. Southampton have failed to keep a clean sheet in any of their 3 home matches this season, shipping 6 goals. Callum Wilson is likely to remain in the team, despite the temptation to move him on for Aubameyang. He's returned points in every game week so far, and found the back of the net in each of his last 4 outings. Only Mahrez and Abraham have fired more than his 8 efforts on target in the last 4 game weeks, and the Chelsea forward is also the only player to have been afforded more big chances. In the absence of the Arsenal talisman up front, it's likely to be a Man City midfielder who takes the armband, and with doubts over De Bruyne's fitness, Raheem Sterling looks like the man for the job. Wolves are away in Turkey for their Thursday night Europa League match, while Man City have a home Champions League tie 2 days earlier. And Sterling averaged 9.2 points per game at home against teams outside of the top 6 last season.